Hey Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, getting ready for the new week coming up. This is your Taurus and Scorpio sitting in a tree, Kissing, new oracle cards. Thank you very much. You can find the information about those down at the bottom. In the about page. And let's see. So this is going to be a 9-card spread, Taurus, about you and your Scorpio. We do 3 for recent past, 3 for current, and 3 for future energy. We do 1 card for overall energy, and we do 3 for guidance from the universe. And with my lovely new oracle cards, I'm going to pull an oracle card at the end. I like the last one that I just did for Taurus and Virgo. The oracle card was, woo woo is wonderful. Woo woo is wonderful. By getting your mojo back. Staying on the grind, doing the damn thing. Alright, cards, y'all are talking to me and I'm really not paying attention. What is going on today? They have not wanted to shuffle today. They're like, nope, we're on strike. We're not doing it. One more shuffle, cards. One more shuffle. Alright. And a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Cut these bad boys up and see what we got going on for my Taurus and Scorpio. So our first card is the 10 of Wands. The Chariot, 2 of Coins. For our current energy, we've got the 8 of Swords, and the Queen of Coin back again. The Temperance card. For our future energy, Princess of Coins, 9 of Coins, and the Tower. Oh Lord. And from underneath the deck, 10 of Coin. All right. Let's see what we got going on, Taurus, with your Scorpio. My poor Taurus babies, y'all just stressed. And that's exactly what it is. Stress. Y'all are carrying too much or coming into the month. Let me go back. This is your recent past energy. But I still, even as I sit here with this card, y'all are still stressed out. Y'all are still doing too much. You're doing too much for other people, Taurus. Y'all are wearing yourselves out. Choices were made. Somebody made a choice and it don't look too good for the Scorpio. Let me just throw that out there. But it looks like you may have gone wishy-washy, Taurus. It looks like you may have started doubting whether or not that was a good decision. In your current energy, you got them blinders on and you standing out there in the field with all them swords, but that's you getting tripped up on what you thinking about and what you believe and what you thought you believed about this relationship that didn't work or didn't pan out. If you made a decision, let me go back up here to the recent past. If you made a decision to leave, and once you made that decision, you started dealing with the backlash of trying to break up with somebody, and that's where that unsure, wishy-washy energy comes in. It can get you here with this one about your beliefs, because then, you know, you get in your head because now you made this big decision to break up with somebody. And let me just say this very bluntly. I'm not getting any other kind of energy, Taurus, about this Scorpio other than you were trying to kick this off, break it off, and be done with it. And it wasn't an easy, let me back this up. This was not an easy decision for you to make, Taurus. It was not. You've been in this relationship for a while. I don't see this as being a new thing. This was an old thing. So right now, you're kind of in your head. And it's self-inflicted. You put the blinders on and you stuck yourself out there in the field because you're trying to debate on if you made a good decision. Get out of your head. Get out of your head right now. If this is your current energy, get out of your head, because you're not doing anything but making it worse. I'm looking at the Ten of Coins, your overall energy, which is saying that eventually your time and energy that you are putting in on working on yourself, Taurus, the time and energy that you're putting into working on yourself and being a better partner, it will eventually pay off. I know Taurus is tired of hearing the word eventually. When is now coming? I hear you. But, I mean, it's just the process that you have to go through. Whatever stage of life you're in, if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, life is a learning process. And the very thing that you think is a sure bet will be the very thing that'll have your life just twisted up in knots. So just know that it's coming. And there's some things you probably needed to go through dealing with your Scorpio to get your head in a different place, so when you get out of this, you can attract what you're trying to attract. Back to the future energy with the Queen of Coin here, and this is our card. This is about trusting. About trusting. You're going to have to, at some point, start trusting. And just because whatever happened with you in a Scorpio, I'm not getting a sense that it was cheating related. I'm getting more of a sense that Taurus, you were doing a lot of work and Scorpio was not. And what's odd about the whole reading, there's no water on the table. There's no water on this table. We got wands, we got coins, we got swords, but I guarantee you there's no water on the table. So that's, again, telling me the only little bit of water we got in the Two of Coins here related to us, because again, you see all that green is earth, and coins and pentacles are earth. The only water is in that balance up there. And that's you, Taurus. Those are your emotions. But there is no water. Scorpio, water. That's a water sign. There's no water here. So all this stress of you doing all of this by yourself, it is very clear you doing it by yourself, Taurus. It's just here. There's no water here. And that bothers me. And in so much as the relationship, if you were thinking about right here whether or not you made the right decision, I'm going to say, judging by what I see on this board and what I feel, you did exactly the right thing, because you were doing it all. And you can't do everything in a relationship, Taurus. You can't. It's impossible. As much as we try to be everything to everybody, it's impossible, because at some point, you yourself, another thing for this card, you stop caring for yourself because you're so busy doing everything for everybody else. Centerpiece card. I'm gonna put it where it is. You need to take care of yourself and love yourself, and you also need to be trusting when you're in a relationship. The next one, I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about the next one you get into. You need to get your head where you're not just being suspect because you're coming out of some mess right now. And it may not even be a bad thing to just take a break. But I'm going to move on. With the Temperance card here, Taurus, you're trying to find solutions. One thing, and I always say this when this card comes up, the best way to find a solution to whatever's going on in your life, get some balance. That green, that red, that yellow, that blue, that's about balance. Get some balance in your life, Taurus. If you've been carrying a lot of shit, get some balance. Get some balance back. Part of that is taking care of yourself, making sure that you are taken care of first before everybody else. For your current or your future energy, the Princess of Coins is telling me that just what we already know about ourselves. We're resourceful. We're creative. But the downside of that is we give too much, and we give too much too soon sometimes. So be mindful of that moving forward. We don't need to just fall all head over heels in love right away. You can do that really without saying anything to anybody and just step back and observe what's going on. I have a feeling with the Scorpio, Taurus, you didn't really know or observe a lot about this person and kind of just went on the charm, the good looks, and the bullshit. And that's pretty much what you got in the relationship: the charm, the good looks, and the bullshit. There's no work being done by this Scorpio, either in the relationship, on the relationship, or for the relationship, on behalf of the relationship. Scorpio is just not, they're not here. They're not present. Keep creating that higher standard. Keep working on it, Taurus. Keep working on it. Keep working on it. You know what you want in a relationship. Let this serve as what you do not want, and let that propel you to what you do want. If you have to start journaling, if you have to start writing, do it so you can see on paper what happened and what you don't want to happen, what you would like to manifest, and how you go about manifesting that. A lot of times we want to manifest Mr. Great and Wonderful or Mrs. Great and Wonderful, and we still have so much undercurrent from whatever past shit we got. Here again, you go back to your centerpiece card about trusting. You gotta trust. You cannot move forward, because I can hear you guys in my head right now. I ain't trusting nobody anymore. Yeah. Universe doesn't work like that. We have to trust, and we have to believe that everything is going to be okay, and everybody is not lying to us, and everybody is not full of shit. You just have to get there. I know it's difficult, because I'll be the first one to tell you everybody's full of shit. It ain't happening. But we have to be trusting. We have to. And we have to do it in such a way that we're not attracting all the strays in the world. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Sometimes you get into that generous, I want to trust everybody mode, and then here comes every person, every needy soul in the area trying to get some help, because we're so grounded, because we're Tauruses. I'm just telling you, you need to trust. You're not going to be able to manifest any kind of relationship without it. And trust with boundaries. So yeah, you don't have to give it all away to everybody. You can't do everything for everybody. Like I said before, it's impossible. Make that transformation, Taurus. Kick that dirt up. This is not a tower moment in the typical sense of a tower moment. This is future energy. But you're going to have to make some big changes in how you deal with people, and particularly in your relationships, because I get the sense more than anything with this relationship, you aren't just stressed, you're kind of angry and pissed off about some shit too. And it's just all going back to, you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to change how you approach situations, relationships, males, females, however that's resonating for you. You're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to shake it up. You're going to have to shake it up, because if you don't, this will turn into a real tower moment, and you'll end up with somebody else that you weren't really paying attention to the details, and you didn't really observe them before you got involved with them, and they're going to shake up all your shit. And that's not what you want. You want to change it. You want to kick up the dust enough to get in your head. I need you to get out of it now, but you need to get in your head and figure out what are good next steps to take. Overall energy, all that hard work paying off. Y'all heard me? So don't let this scare you, because it's not in the typical sense right now what we talk of as a tower moment. It's more a word from the universe about you shaking some things up, changing some things, doing some things differently, and not just, oh, I'm going to change the color of my hair. No. I'm talking about inside, making changes on the inside, and part of that has to do with being able to trust. And it's not an easy process. It's not no process that you can shortcut. This is also about not taking shortcuts. You're going to have to do the work. You have to do the inside work so you don't create a real tower moment. That's what I want to say. Let's see what universe has for guidance for you, Taurus, with your Scorpio. Moon card. Ooh, came up again. 6 of coins. Oh, and that came up again too. 8 of coins. So this is all Taurus energy right here, with the exception of the moon card. Um, start dealing with some of that inside shit, Taurus. Now this is the second time I'm saying it, and right off the heels of the Tower card, this is a major card. So if I just take a step back real quick and look at what's here, major. Chariot, Temperance, Tower, Moon. And this is sitting next to the stress card, the Ten of Wands. And in this reading, that's what it is right now, the stress card. And sitting next to that is the Chariot, that the choice you made to leave. Very, very few of you are trying to make a decision to stay or made a decision to stay. Take a moment and deal with your emotions, Taurus. Get to the dark side and look at some shit. Because I have a feeling you jumped into this relationship out of another relationship and you thought this was going to be the Band-Aid to cure it all, and it wasn't. So, universe here is telling you this is not just about secrets, but the moon card, get the nighttime shit. You know, when you're in the bed crying because you can't figure out what the hell. Instead of crying, take a look at what you're doing. Take a look and see if you're shortcutting things, or if you're actually watering your plants every day, looking and talking to your plants every day, getting them in the sunshine every day, or if you just watering them once a week and you're moving on. You want to create that higher standard. You cannot take shortcuts. Get to the dark side of you, Taurus, and start dealing with some of your issues so that you can start trusting. And as I'm holding this card, I can just feel there are a lot of you. You're distrustful. You've been hurt so many times before that you don't trust anything coming out the gate. When you have that kind of energy in you, and you've not ever taken a moment to get a spoon, a shovel, a pitchfork, and try and dig some of that out, that's what emanates from you, that you don't trust. And so then you may end up with a partner that just ain't doing shit because they feel like you don't trust them no way. So, you don't trust them to take the garbage out. You don't trust them to wash the dishes right. Whatever it is, you don't trust them. So that's kind of like shut down central right there. If you're not trusting. And the Tauruses that I'm talking to, y'all know who you are. Don't be afraid to deal with your shit. You don't like people that pick their nose when they're driving in the car. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's not you, it's not you. If you feel like you've had to manipulate somebody to get something, okay, that you're a human being. Don't beat up on yourself. Acknowledge this side of yourself. Realize you got this in you, and I'm hearing that this relationship probably brought some of this out because you were just totally unaware of anything was going on. Scorpio, get up, go to work. There's no conversation about what happened at work today when they got home, or when you talked to them when they got home, whatever. It was just nothing. It was just nothing. And so you may have done something. You may have just laid out on the floor, see if you could get a reaction. Deal with that side of you. Why did you feel like you had to lay out on the floor to get a reaction? You feel what I'm saying? And that may not have been it at all. It may have been something else. You may have called and hung up. Well, what made you call and hang up? Or what made you go through their phone? Or what made you look at their pay stubs? Whatever that little thing is. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. It's human to have a dark side. Trust me, it's just human. But that's not, it should not be the thing that drive that negative. People that are busybodies, they're always trying to manipulate somebody, out-talk somebody, scam somebody, just running over people. People like that. So people have a dark side. What you're trying to do here overall is make all this hard work pay off in the next relationship. So before you get to that point, take a minute. Look at your dark side. See what your emotions are doing and how they're affecting you in your relationship. with the Six of Coins, and because it's a coin card, doesn't necessarily mean it's about money. In this deck, upright means that you may need to seek financial advice. In the Taurus Virgo reading I just did, this card popped up, so I'm going to say the same thing, and it popped up in guidance from the universe. If you need to get some help, Taurus, if you need to go talk to somebody, Taurus, go do it. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't no shame in your game if you got to go talk to somebody. Bullshit. Anybody telling you you stupid or nerd, some other crap, tell them to go pound salt. There's nothing wrong with talking to somebody, and it doesn't have to be a psychologist or a social worker. I said it in the last video. If you got a 90-year-old grandmother or grandfather that's still living, go talk to them. Go talk to them about how they deal with relationships, or how they dealt with relationships when they were younger. How did they process breakups? How did they deal with any of that? Find out. It's not going to kill you to talk to them, but let them, this is about sharing the wealth. Let them share their wealth of knowledge with you. Don't be all trussed up like we get, Taurus. I'm not talking to anybody about, yeah. Go talk. It's not going to hurt you. Eight of Coins, keep working on it, baby. Keep working on it. Keep working on it. You got the skills. You got the skill. Only thing missing out of here is the Magician card. That would be the only thing I tell you. You got the resources to manifest whatever it is you're trying to do. This is our card. This is a Taurus card. Eight of Coins. Do it. You got, just keep working at it. It will eventually pay off. But you're going to have to sit down. You're probably going to have to shed some tears and deal with some shit, especially with the Scorpio. Like I said, I can feel this person, but they're not on the board. They are not on the board. There's no water here at all. It's fire and earth and Aquarian energy and Libra energy. Ain't no fish. There's no fish here. Nothing. No Cancer, no Pisces, and definitely no Scorpio. All of that said, you were really kind of running this race by yourself, Taurus. So if you did make the decision to walk away, and I'm pretty sure most of you did, I know some of you did not, but if you did, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Work on that trusting part. Work on that trusting part. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say about the whole situation. Check these up a couple times. This is for Taurus and Scorpio universe. Tell me what we got going on. Spirit guides, angel guides. Ha! There you go. There you go. Get grounded. Get grounded. Get grounded. And when you do that, you'll bring some balance back into your life. It'll be a little easier to start dealing with yourself, caring for yourself, and trusting others. It'll also help you to get out of your head. And it will, when you get grounded, help you to look at the dark side a little objectively. And not solely from a subjective point of view. It'll help you look at it and take some of the emotion out of it. Get grounded, y'all. Do what we do naturally. Get grounded. Taurus, I love you, babies. I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope you guys have a good end to the weekend and a good start to the work week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.